Hi there. This is Danielle from Island Girl Creative Studios right here on Camano Island in the Pacific Northwest. I am going to create an insert for one of our projects that we had done before. It's called the Standing Circle Frame. How do we do this? Upside down and backwards. So this stands up on its own and then has inserts that pop in and out of it. And this is actually, I like this one. This is one of my favorites. This one has so much character and it's so sturdy. It sits, it's got a lot of weight to it. And it's very sturdy. Some of these don't have that kind of weight to it. And so they're not as like, I mean, it's thin piece of wood, but it still works. It's just that some of them are thicker than others. That's all. Because we have lots of pieces. All right, well, I chose this one. There's tons and tons of choices, but I'm choosing my favorites because they're going in my house, so I might as well have what I like, right? But okay, so I'm excited because I am moving through things and I have a class tonight, so I have to pack up to get going. But I wanted to get 2 projects done, and I already did the hippopotamus, which I just did this one. And then now I'm going to do this one. So I want to tell you that I already have my tape stuck here. You can hear it. It's right there. And I'm going to use it for the letters because these letters are extremely small. They are small and hard to keep track of. So I'm going to stick them to my workspace. While they're sitting there, I'm going to paint the background, which the background color for this, the example, is a very beautiful dark blue. And that is cool. I'm a very traditional Christmas girl. I really, really, really like just red, green, white. But this one, I was like, oh my, just gorgeous. So, move forward. It's hard to work out in front of you. I feel like my arms are out in front of me. So I pull it into my body, which is sitting back. So I'm going to sit forward, I guess. Okay, so I'm using the thick part of the makeup sponge. There's the wedge, and you hold on to the small part with your hand. And I'm literally grazing the paint over the top of all the score lines, because there are score lines on this to show you where the letters go, to show you where well, actually the score marks are to make it look like shiplap, which 90% of this is covered. So it's really, I mean, it's a cute aesthetic, but you really don't see those lines. And because the paint is so dark, you actually don't see a whole lot of the score lines anyway. So if you wanted to do it in white, you totally could, because it could be like a blizzard. When we get done, you'll see what I mean by that. But the blue, just, I don't know, something about it is so peaceful. It's like the silent night kind of thing when it snows, and it's just gorgeous. I love snow when I don't have to drive, go to work, get food, when the house is warm, the power's on, we've got a fire going, I've got food. Did I say that already? Food is important. So yeah. So I love it then. I do not love it when I'm trying to go to work. I'm freezing. My hands are frozen to the steering wheel in my car. The roads are slippery and icy. I live on a hill. Well, the whole area is hills. So everything's a ditch everywhere. And I'm constantly fearing for my life. I just cannot. I cannot. So I prefer no snow, which we don't get snow much here where I live. We get it, I want to say one or 2 weeks out of the year, which is not very much if you think about it. The next thing I'm going to do is the white. Now the white is going to be the letters in the snow. So this is the snow part, and this MDF is soaking in the paint. So if you want something super bright, you're going to have to do more than one layer of it. And it takes just a few moments longer, but none of this takes very long at all, so it doesn't matter really how long it takes, because it's up to you. And also, if I'm going too fast for you, and like I said, I'm going to try to keep this in front of me, then you can pause the video. You don't have to play it at hyper speed like I do it. I'm just wired for fast and furious. We say that all the time because it's funny, because that's also how I drive. But safely, of course, safely. I learned how to drive in New York, so I have skills. I got skills. I can do it. Okay, then we're going to move on to the green. The green I have is actually kind of a bright green, and I'm thinking about maybe making it a little bit darker. The stars are not separate, which usually like little things like that are. So that's weird that we don't have a separate piece, but that's just how this design went, I guess. So you just have to be careful. Whoop, got green in my star. And try not to get other colors into your star. Gosh, I might just have to cut extra pieces because it's really tough to do that. And then the bottom is brown, so it doesn't matter. You get green on it and the brown will cover that. The yellow, however, will have a hard time over that green. So I'm not 100% excited that I got that on there. But if you go slow and you're careful, I bet you won't get that on there. All right. So technically this entire thing is painted right now. I am going to put the yellow on the stars. It's that quick. I think these stars might need some white background. Well, no, the yellow's doing pretty good on its own. Oh, I got blue on this one though. Oh boy. Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree. All the colors are in the star. I just make up my own songs. Okay, there we go. I use my finger and push the paint around. Okay, like I said, you be careful and you won't have the problem that I had. You know what? I'm going to glitter it, and glitter will help everything. So I don't have to worry about it. All right, so that's it. Everything's painted. That's how simple this is. Boom, boom, boom. Quick as you want, slow as you want, as many details as you want. Like if you wanted to make these Christmas trees, such as with little balls on them, you could take a paintbrush. I'm looking all around. I swear I was just using one. Where did it go? Well, there's one in my hair. No, I'm not going to pull that one. Okay. So if you use the back of your paintbrush and you just dip it into a color, I'm going to do it on here. But you see that little dot? That was made by the back of the paintbrush. So you can put little Christmas balls on them if you want to make them more Christmassy. If you're satisfied with how they look, then leave them alone. You don't have to do more. More is not always better. Unless it's glitter. I'm putting a second layer of white onto my letters just to make them pop, because it makes it really crispy white when you do more than one. Like I said, the MDF is going to suck that color right into it, so it's going to make it a little lighter than the original color. But like I said, like I keep saying, I'm gonna like repeat myself over and over. You just put another layer on it and it comes right back. Just another layer. Okay, so I'm gonna lay that there. Now with the glue, this is a gel glue. It will drip. It will get all over everything. It will glue your fingers together. It will do all the things that everybody always goes, oh my goodness, don't do that. Yeah, I do that. So what's good about it though is after it dries, it actually will peel up off of your skin. It's not like the regular super glue. The regular super glue becomes like a part of your body and like doesn't come off for like eons. This stuff, once it dries, a lot of times you can peel it right off. Like it's just like Elmer's glue almost. Sometimes it sticks a little bit more than that, but also the what was I gonna say? The oh, when you get your hands wet, it also will come off too. It's just really weird. It's fantastic actually. So I want to make sure this is all dry before I touch and glue. But I also want to make certain that you see what I'm doing. So there's this outline right here. This outline is not seen. It goes right behind. Oh, I'm pointing to something off camera. It goes behind this frame. So you don't see the outlines. This one has an outline too. You don't see it. So make sure that anything you put on that frame is going to sit inside of that outline, this outline right here. So, meaning the snow needs to sit, and it will sit perfectly because it was cut to sit there right along that. So we want to make sure it's straight so the trees aren't leaning over. And I always dry fit everything to make sure that I have the pieces and that they everything looks good. So when I go to drop it in, we don't have any issues. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Those trees definitely need some glitter too. I'm gonna glitter everything, but it'll be an option for you. It's always an option for me. I'm always into it, but it'll be an option for you if you want it or not. I did get some paint on the side of this star. It is bothering me, so I'm just gonna use the sponge brush to wipe it off, and voila, it's gone. And then just a little more. Just try to cover up that blue. I got blue on the star. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna glue. So it doesn't take a whole lot of glue, just a little, and I always put it in the center of the piece. You don't have to outline it because then it squishes the glue out. If you put it in the center of the piece, then it gives it space for that glue to move about without leaving from underneath, because we don't want it to come out. It makes it look shiny and something looks wrong, like it looks off. You can tell that there's a little bit of like, what's that? Why is that there? That doesn't belong there. Oh, I forgot one part. Oh, okay. I'm gonna save that. Say leave that there. Okay, so the background actually had oh, how are we gonna do this? I guess we're gonna I think I did it with a toothbrush. I don't believe I have a toothbrush in my craft room. I probably should because I come straight in here in the morning. But, okay, well, we can use a paintbrush, another paintbrush. So what you can do is you can take this, dip it in the paint, and then you're gonna, like a lighter, you're gonna flick the paint off of this onto our canvas, this is our canvas right now. And that will make it look like it's got stars all over it. Oh, be careful you don't get it all over you. That's the other fun thing about this. Ooh, oh boy, it's going. Okay, so just be aware you might get this all over wherever you are. So be prepared. Oh no, I moved. Oh, son of a biscuit. So gel glue doesn't dry immediately. And if you don't wait for it to dry, it will move. Then, of course, as soon as it moves, then it will be like, nope, we're good. And it will dry. So make sure it is where you want it. Let it dry before you do any other silly things. Goodness gracious. I'm here to make all the problems happen in front of you so that you know what not to do. That's it. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing it for you. I'm making mistakes to show you how not to make a mistake. You're welcome. And you get to decide like what level of crazy you want to get into this. You don't have to do a million. I kind of think it's freaking adorable, so I'm gonna go overboard. I overdo everything always. You can do subtle. You can do more controlled. The more paint you put on there, by the way, the more splatters you're gonna get. So like if you notice I have all these little splatters, that's because the paint is thick on the paintbrush. And when you do that, more paint comes off. It's just the way it works. I'm gonna grab a baby wipe. Because now I have such an obscene amount of paint. So just regular baby wipes. I wasn't kidding. On my hands, that this will definitely come off on everything. So you just wanna clean your hands off as best you can. Mostly it's your fingers that are going to be the problem because you're going to touch stuff with your fingers and glue and whatnot. But I'm telling you, I use baby wipes. It has been lifesaver. Okay, so then, all right, now we're ready to glue the other stuff on. I'm going to say this is still wet, so we're going to go for it. Push that down. It will sit inside of the grooves. So you will know it is in the right place because it will sit there nicely. Okay, and then the letters, you're going to do even less glue on there. You're going to be very, very sparingly with it. If you end up getting a huge glop of glue on there, I suggest you blot it on a paper towel. you can just like push it down. This is running out of glue. I've already used this for three projects now. So, and then you just follow the score lines. It will tell you where they belong. Ta-da! Okay, so it's going to take me just a second to get all this situated. And the other thing is, most of this stuff is going to be easy to tell, but in case you can't tell which is the front and which is the back part of it is going to have what I call burn. So the bottom is burn. See all these little burn marks? It's flashback. The top of it is just going to have, it's going to be toasty. Here's another one. So this one, you can barely see it, but it's toasty around the top and it is burned on the bottom. See how dark it is? This is another one that I was going to do. Merry Christmas. But anyway, all right, so let me get these on really quick. Then you can see it in action. Takes a minute. Somebody suggested using tweezers. That's fine. If you have a pair, I feel like I would shoot them. If I had these in a tweezer, I would be shooting them across the room. They would not be. Actually, I do have a tweezer. It's my craft room, so I have everything. But yeah, so first of all, no, this is like, so you remember that game Operation where you had to go in with the tweezers and pull the things out? Yeah, I could not do it. And also I'm pretty sure that's what's given me my anxiety in my lifetime is that game. That and Concentration, that other game where you were supposed to get all the parts out before it blew up at you. Oh my gosh, I still think about that and I'm like, but yeah, the Operation game, no dice for me. I was not good at it. I couldn't get it done. I always had the thing explode, or not explode, yelling at me. Bzz, 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 just, it was impossible. I don't know. Were you able to do it? I don't think I've ever seen anybody do it. And I like walk past it at the Walmart or whatever, and I'm like, nope, we're not playing that game. Okay, there we have it. So, and what's really great about the dark background is you can't really see the score lines. So let's just say you put them in the wrong place or you put them too far over or yada yada, whatever. It doesn't matter because you can't see them anyway. And as long as it looks cute, right? So who cares? It's great. Wonderful. Now these Christmas trees, this is super cute, right? It kind of just has a very basic, fun look to it. So in order to get this to elevate a little bit, we can put some glitter on it. And I use all the glitters. Actually, I don't have a special one. I have fine glitter. I like to use the fine glitter for stars because then it's just so tiny and it's just like a little bit. Oh, this stinking stuff is already drying in the bottle. It's expensive, this stuff, but it don't last very long. Don't leave the top off. It'll turn into a brick of glitter and then I don't know what to do with it after that. But so I'm just dabbing it and if you notice I'm using a paintbrush to put it on because it's just easier to control it and I can push it around and it's covering up the blue that I just did on there so you can't see the blue. And you don't want to put too much. You want to be gentle and deliberate. Okay, take it back. Put as much as you want. But it's just that it takes a while to dry. So it's like this sticky, I don't know. It's almost like glue. I'm not sure if it's made out of glue, but it's very sticky and takes a very long time to dry. So, okay, all my stars are glittered. Put that stuff back. Put that stuff back where it came from. Okay. Tighten it up. Now, you can also do the tree, and I actually want to do the tree with, I was thinking about maybe some snow. Let me put some, if you use a paintbrush, you can put texture on your tree too. So I'm just painting downward. I'm just painting little wispy downward motion away from the top. And I think I'm going to smear in some white. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me decide what I'm doing here. Oh, I forgot to make the trunks brown. Okay, that's all right. We can still do it. It's not too late. I just felt like the green was not cute enough. Like it needed something more. So texture is that more. Glitter is that more. I have green glitter, but I think the texture with some white in it is going to be great. So I'm going to get all the green on the trees. There's all the green. I'm going to roll off the extra, and then I'm going to still leave the green on there, but now I'm going to add on a little bit of white. And then we're just going to lightly add in some white to make it look like it has some snow. And then so it's not so crazy because the green is still wet. I'm trying to say the words and paint at the same time. So it kind of softens it up a little bit, so it's not so harsh. It's got this really sweet, and I know that it's harder to see up there or whatever from what I'm doing. You can't see it up close, but I'll bring it closer to the camera in just a second. But it just softens it. It doesn't make it so extreme. And we're just adding a little touch. I mean, there's snow on the ground, so it makes sense. But also, like I said earlier, you can also do the Christmas balls if you want. And you can still do them with the snow on them. I mean, there's no rules. There's no rules. If you want it, you do it. And then the little baby tree. Did I slip off? I did. Oh, Eve. It's better if you paint this before we glue it, but you know me. So you can take a clean paintbrush. You can clean the one you have and do this, or you can just take a clean paintbrush and gently wipe. If you add a tiny bit of water to it, you can maybe get it cleaner than that, but I'm happy with the way it looks. Okay, the other thing is the trunk. So I'm going to add a little bit of brown onto the trunk to make it look like a tree trunk. Details are important. I like details. It's cute. It's so cute. Okay. I'm glad I did that. Be careful, don't get too brown on the snow. We don't want brown snow. We don't want yellow snow. We don't want brown snow. We don't want red snow. All of that is a little bit crazy. We don't need all that crazy. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it. I really like it. Any more to it than that is going to be too much for me. So here it is. Look at how freaking adorable that is. And then what you do is you want to wait till it's dry. I'm going to do something super dangerous, and I'm going to put it in here with it not dry. So I'm going to do like, maybe I'll do like a pizza oven and try to slide it in there. Did it get white in there? No, I'm scared. All right. So here you go. I'll just lay it on top so you can see it, but there it is. It will slide inside once it's dry, and it won't smear my paint all over the place. You can slide it right there, and it'll be in the sign in there. But happy Christmas. Oh, Merry Christmas. My gosh. I'm so excited. I can't even talk. So happy Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, we can make a sign for. So I'm doing Christmas. I celebrate Christmas. I'm also going to make, this is just Christmas tree. There's a Merry Christmas. I think there's a Happy Hanukkah one, I want to say. The menorah. We'll throw that in for all of my Jewish friends, which I have a ton of Jewish friends. And I have you to thank for the word schmear. I say schmear. Everybody out here laughs. They're like, what is schmear? And I'm like, oh, yeah, we don't say that out here. Anyway, so if you like what you saw, I'm going to have it available online for you to buy your own. You can do it at home. You can do it with your kids. It's very, very simple. All of my crafts come with everything you need. You get to choose if you want paint or not. I'm also going to have an option for glitter. If you want the glitter, I will add the glitter in there for you. So it is www.islandgirlcreativestudio.com. That is where everything is made right here to order. When you call me, I go over there and I get it all cut up for you, and then I send it out to you. I do ship. I will ship. I prefer to ship because that means that I don't have to worry about meeting up with people, which is hard for me, especially during Christmas because it is so busy. I am nonstop. Actually, the light is flashing over there because I have a job that needs to be printed, and but I really wanted to get this made. We only have, what is it? 26 days left till Christmas. I mean, it is time. It is go time. And in between the last video and this video, not only did I change my shirt and put some pants on, but I also went outside, and we have lights on the front gate that we just leave there, and then I just plugged them in, and then I put my candy canes out. So we're ready. We are ready. So hopefully you are too. And if you like what you see, send me a message and let's get one going to your house. All right. Have a good day.